Hello everyone. Today we have a quick and easy knee strengthening yoga. So we're going to be doing a couple of poses that are good for sensitive knees and good for strengthening your knees so you can be more balanced and less prone to injuries. So without further ado, let's get started. We're going to get started in a seated position. So you're actually going to sit down and then you're just going to be in a staff pose. So you're going to kick your legs out, be in a straight legged position, and we're just going to start from here. Okay, so we're just going to do a couple of forward folds, so you can bring some bends to your knees, be generous with your bends, and you're just going to fold forward. So breathe in, lengthen through your spine, and then when you breathe out, try to hinge forward from your hips and try to fold your upper body to be closer to your lower body. Okay, so just do this for several breaths and really use your breath to guide your movement to fold forward a little bit more. Nicely done. From here, you're going to first bend your left knee so that your left foot is touching your right inner thigh. Okay, then try to flex your right foot if you want more of hamstring stretch. So take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine. And then when you breathe out, try to hinge forward from your hips again. Okay, so you can also put a generous bend to your right knee if that feels better to you. And just hinge forward. Nicely done. So keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose and be generous with your bend in your right knee. Alright, from here you're going to switch sides. So bend your right knee this time and bring your right foot to your left inner thigh, and feel free to be generous with the bend on your left knee as well. And then flex your left foot if you want more of a hamstring stretch. And we're just going to fold forward, okay? Just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose to fold forward a little bit more. Okay, from here we're going to come into a butterfly pose. So there's no need to be intense with this pose. We're really just rotating our knees inwards and outwards with these poses, okay? So bring our feet together, knees apart, to come into a butterfly pose. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine, and then when you breathe out, try to hinge forward from your hips again. And just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose, and fold forward a little bit more every single time when you breathe out. Just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose, and fold forward. Nicely done. Okay, from here we're going to do something that might be a little bit challenging. So if that's not happening for you, then just come into a cross-legged seated position. Okay, so we're going to do a firelock pose. So you're going to try to stack your shins on top of each other. And this is going to open up your hips quite intensively. So as I mentioned, if that doesn't come through easily, you can just cross your ankles on top of each other or come into an easy cross-legged seated position. Okay, but I'm stacking my left shin on top of my right shin first, just so that I can open up my knees a little bit more. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine. And when you breathe out, hinge forward. Once again, from your hips, okay? Just keep folding forward a little bit more with every single breath out. So, breathe out and hinge forward a little bit more. Okay, and then you're going to switch legs, so stack your right shin on top of your left shin this time. Once again, if this is too intense, you can cross your ankles on top of each other, or come into an easy cross-legged seated position. And we're going to hinge forward again. So take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine, and then when you breathe out, hinge from your hips and just hinge forward. With each breath out, hinge forward a little bit more. And just breathe in and out deeply through your nose. Okay, and then you're gonna throw your legs out, shake them out a little bit, and then we're gonna do some knee rotations, okay? So you're just gonna bring your hands by your sides and support yourself with your hands on the mat. And then bend your knees, okay? And then bring your legs, your feet to be hip width apart. And what you're gonna do is that with the support of your hands, you're just gonna windshield wiper your legs a little bit. So bring them to the right, and then bring them to the left, just so that your knees are experimenting with different degrees of rotations. Just keep windshield wiper your feet and your legs. And then the more you open up your feet, so if you bring your feet to be wider than hip width apart, the more degrees of rotations you can experiment with. Okay, so I'm bringing my feet to be as wide as my mat now, so that I can enjoy more degrees of rotation. Okay, nicely done. From here, shake out your legs again. And now we're gonna do a knee strengthening work, which is also kind of an arm and core workout. So you're gonna come into an upward plank. So still with your hands by your sides on the mat, you're gonna support yourself with your heels and your hands, okay? And your wrists are stacked right underneath your shoulders. And then you're gonna push up and just really balance on your heels and your arms, okay? From here, you can either keep both legs straight, or you can bring one leg in, and then you're just gonna lift and lower the other leg. So I'm bending my left leg for support, and then I'm lifting and lowering my right leg, okay? So really try to make sure that you have vertical movement, okay? So make sure that you're not inward turning or outward turning your right leg. You really try to just move up and down straight along this imaginary vertical line. Okay, all right, and then you can switch to the other side. So feel free to bend your right leg for support, and then really just do a vertical movement with your left leg. You're gonna lower and lift your left leg, okay? And then you can flex your left foot for a more strengthen your legs, okay? So if you point your feet, then you're gonna feel it a little bit more along the front of your thigh, but if you flex your left foot, then you're gonna feel it more on the IT band and the outer edges of your legs, okay? So try to do that, maybe with your legs bent first, and then you can experiment with keeping both legs straight. Let's see if you can lift and lower the other leg, okay? So this requires a lot of arm and core strength as well. So if that's too difficult, it's totally fine to bend one leg at a time. Nicely done. Okay, from here, we're gonna get into bridge pose, which is also good for your knees. Okay, so we're gonna just pivot not only with our hips, but also our knees. So it's a good way for you to strengthen your knees a little bit more, okay? So scoot down a little bit so that you can lie all the way down on the mat with your knees bent. Okay, so try to stack your ankles right underneath your knees, and then bring your hands by your sides. Okay, so press into your hands and your feet. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine. And when you breathe out, lift your hips up into a bridge pose. And we're just gonna keep moving at the rhythm of our breath. Okay, so this is when you start to move your knees a little bit more. As you can see, my knees are moving and bending at different angles with a bridge pose, okay? So just when you breathe in, lengthen, and when you breathe out, lift. Breathe in, lower, breathe out, lift, breathe in, lower, breathe out, lift, okay? Just keep moving at a rhythm of your breath, and that's gonna help you to strengthen your knees a little bit already. Okay, from here we're gonna do a single leg bridge pose. Okay, so straighten your right leg. Seems impossible, but you can definitely do it. Okay, you're gonna lift your right leg up so that your right foot is pointing towards the sky, or flex your right foot. Okay, and then take a deep breath in again, and then when you breathe out, lift your hips up once again, this time only with your right leg kick out and perpendicular to the ground. That's the only difference. Everything else is completely exactly the same. And then you're gonna do the same bridge pose, dynamic movements with your breath, with your right leg lifted. Okay, so this is building a lot of strength in your left knee. Okay, so just keep breathing in and out deeply through your nose as you do the single legged bridge pose. Nicely done. Now you're going to switch sides. Make sure your ankle is stacked right underneath your knee. And then kick your left leg out this time. And then lift your left leg up so that your left leg is perpendicular to the ground. And press into your hands and your right foot firmly. Take a deep breath in, lengthen through your spine. And when you breathe out, lift. And then keep moving and lifting at the rhythm of your breath. It's exactly the same thing as before, just this time on one leg, okay? So this is bringing a lot of strength to your right knee, so just keep moving up and down. And then maybe it's burning. It's also helping you with sculpting your butt. So it's multi-purpose and it's good for you in so many ways. Okay, so just keep moving and come back. So bring your knees to your chest, give it a little squeeze, and then you're gonna come into a figure four, okay? So bring your right ankle to be on top of your left thigh, and then flex your right foot. So you're stretching into your hamstring a little bit more. And then bring your hands to be on the back of your left thigh. And with each breath out, you're gonna try to bring your legs a little bit closer to your upper body. So just keep moving at a rhythm of your breath. It's gonna be a very subtle movement, but try to bring your legs a little bit closer to your upper body every single time you breathe out. All right, and then we can switch legs. Bring your left ankle to be on top of your right thigh, and then wrap your hands above your right thigh, and just try to bring your legs a little bit closer to your upper body every single time when you breathe out. So breathe in, lengthen, and when you breathe out, try to hinge through your hips to bring your lower body a little bit closer to your upper body. Nicely done. Okay, from here you're gonna kick your legs out. We just have one more thing, which is kind of an inverted position, but it's gonna be really good for our knees in a kind of weightless way, okay? So you're gonna try to kick your legs up, then bring your hands to be on your lower back, and bend your legs, and then now you can do a bicycle move, okay? So just kind of kick your legs straight, and then bend your legs to do a bicycle motion, but in the air, okay? So bicycling is actually really good for your knees. Even after knee surgery, you can do some bicycling to help you to recover, okay? So this in the air bicycle is even better because you're weightless at this moment. So it's really good for bringing some agility to your knees, okay? Once you're ready, kind of use the momentum to roll up, and then you can roll up and down if you prefer. But then that was it for our knee strengthening yoga flow that is good for sensitive or painful knees. But let me know in the comment if this is helping you, and if any poses are still hurting your knees. I would love to know so I can incorporate your suggestions into my next tutorial. But thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time on the mat. Bye!